Salt magazine release party. He reminds you of Larry David, the comedian. Come on up, Cliff Hall is here. Cliff Hall! You gotta hear this thing. This is a blessing by itself. This is outreach within itself. God is moving. They act like I want to baptize them. I'm not bringing them to the stage. But let's give it up for Cliff Hall, y'all. Cliff Hall, come on, get on your feet. Stretch your legs and give it up for Cliff Hall.
Those lights are bright. I'm going to reflect them back on you. I want to thank Ken for that kind introduction, and I want to thank Family Community Church, Bob Hall, and Ken McCoy for putting on such a first-class event. You've got the venue, right? Got the great food, got the great music, the limousine. Did you guys see the limousine out front? And this is something really special. I've never been to an event before that's raffled off a limousine. Did you guys all get your limousine tickets? Oh, come on. Really? You didn't get tickets? Wow. I got mine. Well, odds are I won. Hey, so it looks like we have some fans of comedy here tonight, right? Yeah. How about you sports fans? Now, there seems to be a little bit of a division in the Valley of loyalties when it comes to our Bay Area football teams. So let me first hear from you 49er fans. Raider fans. 49er fans. Raider fans. Not trying to get anything started. I was just really curious. And get this, as fans, we have the power to get away with pretty much anything we want to say or do. Yeah, because everyone knows we're crazy. Oh, yeah. When we go into fan mode, we become endowed with extraordinary powers. We become superheroes. By day, I'm disguised as mild-mannered and Cliff Hall, just, minding my own business. But the Fresno State Bulldogs call. Then I rush to my closet, pull on my special jersey, and I am suddenly transformed into Superfan. Able to leap common sense in a single bound. Using my Superfan powers to break free from the shackles of sanity and good judgment. I now exist in a parallel universe where I can do anything and not be held accountable. Because I'm Superfan. Now, I may be too shy to sing in church. How great thou art. But as Superfan, what? Are you blind? Pass interference? They didn't even touch the guy. I can scream at a referee 100 yards away. He will hear my voice and reverse the error of his call because I'm Superman. Yeah. Thank you. You all recognize some of yourselves in that, don't you? Now, as you already know, every superhero has to have some kind of gadget or weapon with special powers. Right? And I, Superfan, have one with more super duper power than anyone can even imagine. Batman has his, big old utility belt. He's got that. Silver Surfer has his board. Wonder Woman has her pair of gold bracelets. That's nothing. I got my wallet. The only thing more powerful A woman's purse. Here's a thought. Here's a thought. What would some of the people and characters from our pop culture have to say about people and events in the Bible? Well, I'm about to introduce you to a variety of classic and current pop culture characters who may or may not have read the Bible and may not know the truth contained in the Bible. But I ask that you imagine that they did. Moses helped God with some of them out of Egypt characters. Egypt had this man called Pharaoh. He wasn't very nice to Israel's people. He held them in bondage and slavery. Pharaoh was a real stubborn man. Moses asked Pharaoh to let God's people go. But stubborn Pharaoh just kept saying no. And Moses told Pharaoh he would say no to God. Pharaoh didn't seem too worried. He had statues, said they were gods. Moses warned Pharaoh not to fight with the one true God. You know what? Pharaoh still said no. I asked Mama, why would anybody want to fight with God? You know what Mama said? Stupid is as stupid does. Well, I wrote my song about their experience. What it must have been like living there, collecting the manna, and sharing God's love. Now, Miss Vicky made me change some of the lyrics for what she said was popular taste, but this is how I originally wrote my song. I used to be able to do that. So this is how I originally wrote my song. Tiptoe through the manna with me. So tiptoe through the manna with me. Well, Tiny, that's a great story of God's love and compassion. But what really tips this cowboy's hat is the power and strength we have when we walk with and trust in the big guy. The story of David and Goliath is my favorite. David's just this little guy helping out the bigger warriors in the battle with the Philistines. Well, the Philistines bring out their biggest soldier, a giant named Goliath. Well, for 40 days, Goliath insults God and mocks Israel. But David says, I wouldn't make it a habit of saying that, Goliath. You see, everyone's a scaredy cat except David. David's the only soldier who trusts in the Lord's power. So David walks out to Goliath, takes his slingshot back, says, don't worry, Goliath, I won't hit you with this rock. I won't, oh, the heck I won't. He shot that rock and hit Goliath right between the eyes. Knocked him dead on his keister. It's true. David became a great king, a great leader. But he had a weakness. He liked the ladies. I feel his pain. One night, David was on the roof of his palace, and he saw a beautiful woman, a beautiful married woman named Bathsheba. Well, as a powerful king, David knew how to be persuasive. Knew how to get what he wanted. What followed is a complicated and tragic story. The short version, David got Bathsheba pregnant and had her husband killed in battle. He spun a web of lies. If I was his advisor, you know what I'd tell him to do? Oh, you do? I'd say, David, you have to deny. David, you have to say this, just like this. I want to say one thing to the people of Israel. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say it again. I never had a relationship with that woman. David could not hide his God for wisdom. King Solomon demonstrated wisdom that had a great impact on my approach to governing and justice. There was one story in particular, a story of 2 babies and 2 mommies. Well, the babies had to choose between their 2 mommies. Wait, no. That was from one of my movies. Peter, I'm surprised at you. I found the actions of Judas simply revolting. One should always be a gentleman, and Judas showed himself to be a cad. Yes, it's kilogram. I kept thinking, Judas. How could you do such a thing? Yes, Mr. Grant. Judas was a traitor, but the other disciples acted badly too. Jesus was arrested, and Peter denied him 3 times. Other disciples hid. What about you grinning? They thought it was hasta la vista, baby, but no. Jesus was not terminated. Jesus triumphed on the cross. Listen, the empty tomb is proof Jesus gave us victory over sin. And remember, in the book of Revelation, Jesus promises, I'll be back.